Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Stardom Review. I am your co-host, Andre C, and here to my, I guess you're right on screen, my left as I point, is my co-host, Melball. How you doing today, Melball?
Oh, I cannot complain, Andre. We have taken in some incredible wrestling this week. It's a nice, brisk winter day here in Edmonton. It's not too cold. It's not too snowy. The roads are safe. We can't complain about that. How are we doing today, Andre?
I'm doing pretty good. I been up for a few hours now, recorded some content before this. You will have already seen on our Twitch channel. It was myself, Ed, our good buddy Old Ed, and Cody Defoe. We did a review of Black Panther, which you can find on the OLE Twitch channel. And I think Ed's going to have to put up somewhere else afterwards. So, yeah, check that out, please, and thank you. But, yeah, I watched some great professional wrestling this last week or so, and it's some great content, and I am excited to talk about it. And this week we are talking about the first four nights of the 12th annual Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Tournament. Mel, we have been doing tournament after tournament after tournament, have we not, since we started this? We started this with a tournament.
We did. We did started this with the Grand Prix tournament with Stardom. Now we're moving into the Goddess of Stardom. This is such an incredible way, though, to introduce people who don't know about Stardom to the Stardom wrestlers in fun little combinations of like almost micro factions within the major factions of Stardom.
Very, yeah,
Very
very much
fun,
so.
very exciting, very fun combinations of women. Man, the incredible matches we've been subjected to.
Subjected almost seems bad in a sense when you say it, but we have not. It has been a great time to watch almost all of these matches. I don't think I've had a complaint on any match, and I usually complain about a way to tie. I'm not complaining about them in these first 4 days. Now, if they get back to the regular crap, maybe I will. But so we are going to go through each night. I will give you the results on every show, and we each have picked one match each that we are going to break down for you that we really think you should check out on the night. So starting on the October 23rd show, we have, starting in the Red Goddess division, we have My Fair Lady, Lady C Mai Sakurai, taking on I Love Tokyo Sports, Saki Kashima, and Fukigen Death. This match was a very fun time, and I'm very creeped out by Fukigen Death every time I see her. But in the end, Mai Sakurai accidentally hit Lady C in the face with the newspaper that I Love Tokyo Sports had, and Fukigen Death rolled up Lady C to get the win. And after the match, Lady C and Mai Sakurai were actually fighting with each other. They were fighting with each other throughout the night because they are actually from two different factions, from Queen's Quest and Donna Del Mundo. So they were fighting throughout the night, and yeah, they were not happy.
Yeah, correct. Mai Sakurai and Lady C both came up kind of in that young lion kind of thing together and picked their respective factions about the same time. So they were kind of working together before, but then separated into their factions. It was very obvious and apparent the lack of unity that they have as a team, and that they were pretty much arguing from the moment they came through the curtain to the moment they went back through the curtain. I do agree with the clown. Clown creeps me out, but yeah, Fukigen Death, I mean, she is like Groot, as I've mentioned before in the past, death, Fukigen Death. It amuses me. You can't hate Groot. You
It's
can't
the
hate
screaming
Fukigen
that I
Death.
don't like. It's the screaming that she does in the match that I don't care for.
It,
And it
it
just
is
creeps me
very
out with the
creepy.
makeup. It just disturbs me. But we move on to the Blue Goddess division, and we get Wild Venus, is the team of Mina Shirakawa and Saki, who were making her sticking around in Stardom for a little bit, I guess, at least for this tournament, taking on the team of BMI 2000, the returning Natsuko Tora and Natsu Ryaka. And man, again, like I said, I've been a critical person on a way to tie, but there was only one spot in this match that bothered me. It was when they hit her with the case, when they hit Mina with the case, I think,
Mhm.
and they did it
Yeah.
right in front of the ref, and the ref didn't DQ them, and that was what really got me. But in the end, Tora and Raka get disqualified for choking both Mina and Saki at the same time with a pipe, and but being very dominant in their first match, even though in a loss, looking like a powerhouse team.
Absolutely. Natsuko Tora coming back from that torn ACL with an absolute vengeance, and coming into that match with grudge match with Utami Hayashi Shida, man, these women, she's come back with a bone to pick with a few people by the looks of some of the matches that we're still gonna talk about here. Um, but you're absolutely right. 100% dominant from start to finish. Despite taking the loss of those 2 points, they made a statement with this match. And I think the statement was very loud and clear. They just put the rest of the division on notice.
Very, very much so. So we move on to the third match on the show, and that is in the Blue Goddess division. It's O2 Line, Azumi, and Miyu Amasaki taking on the team of one of my favorite people in this company, Saya Iida Hanan, known as Wingori. This match was very good, a great showcase for the young ladies in Wingori, but the end of the match did come with Saya and Hanana go for the heart attack, and then Saya goes for the suplex, but Azumi reverses it into a La Mystica and gets the armbar and then turns it into a pinfall, pinning Saya Iida. And the O2 line get the first 2 points in the tournament.
This was actually one of the matches we discussed that we actually saw Miyu, despite struggling in the past, starting to really get better,
Mhm.
come into her own, and find that chemistry with the other women. We have seen her wrestle with Hanan before in the past. It was a little iffy in the one-on-one, but this tag opportunity that Miyu has been given with Azumi has been tremendously beneficial to her. Not to take away from Hanan or Saida, as I mentioned before, their intro is adorably choreographed. It's one of my favorite parts of Stardom is how each of these girls kind of take on these little kind of personas within their personas. I absolutely loved it. This match was incredible, very very high speed, surprisingly so, because usually Ida likes to keep the pace a lot slower. She was keeping up with these girls, no problem. This match was very very good.
But you're in there with the high speed champion. It's going to go quick. Simple as
Hmm.
that. So we move on to the next match of the evening, and it is in the Red Goddess division. It is the team of Karate Brave, and that is Syuri and Tomoka Inaba. I was messing up that name.
Tomoka
Taking
Inaba.
on taking on another team representing Oedo Tai, and that's Black Desire of Momo Watanabe and the Starlight Kid. This was a great showing, but we'll get into it when we talk about them a little later. There's some issues I've got with Karate Brave, but in the end, Inaba gets a huge kick, and then she's setting up for another one when the bell just rings out of nowhere, and it's over. 15-minute draw, so each of these teams only take 1 point each in the draw.
And good for them. I mean, what a match this was. It was just go, 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 go. All of these women, especially a way to tie. I mean, there was that amount of cheating that we expect from them, but it wasn't to the extent that we usually see it from. It actually was a straight out wrestling match for them by the end of it. Um, I really enjoyed this match. I really enjoy how it's very obvious also in this match who the heels and who the faces were at the end. You know, they're disappointed with that time limit draw, but obviously Karate Brave not gonna, not take the points. But you could tell Momo and Starlight Kid definitely disappointed by that only 1 point game.
Yeah, especially for Starlight Kid, who's been a really like high end and excelling in this company for the last few years. Really, one of the people most people that don't know Stardom that well know that hear that name and they know that's about Stardom. So it's like you see why it's very disappointing for her. But we move on to Mel's pick for the night. It is in the Blue Goddess division. It is
Mm.
Meha. I never
My
say
Himi, my
my
Himi.
Himi, the team of Himeka and Maika taking on Ami Sohrei and Mirai, and I don't have their team name in here. I
New
still have it.
eras, the new eras.
The new era. There it is. I found it. Yeah, they are the new era, and yeah. Mel, you want to take it away with this is your highlight match of the
Yeah,
night.
this match was what I considered, the female version of big men meat hitting big men meaty meat.
Big men meat
Um,
slapping.
that's the one. Just four absolute powerhouses, not just in their factions, but in the entire company. These are the four women who would be some of your strongest hitting women. The opening sequence with all four of these women not giving an inch to each other, just going back and forth, forearm for forearm, with the eventual Himeka taking out Mirai and Ami taking out Maika to leave them in the ring. Incredible start for these women. There was one point where Mirai actually had to muscle up Maika for a suplex, and man, you could see the struggle on her, but man, did she work hard to get her up, and she got her up and dropped her down perfectly. Mirai is definitely one of my favorites. She's again, I call her the quiet riot. She doesn't say much on promo, but she shows up and shows out every single time. This woman is the definition of consistency. Um, there was also a sliding front and back lariat done by Maika and Himeka on Ami. Crazy effective. It definitely took a lot of the wind out of Ami going into the rest of the match. There was a superplex that Maika was attempting to do on Mirai when Ami got involved. Or sorry, on Maika was trying to do it on Ami. Mirai got involved, tried to prevent the superplex, only to have her legs just completely lariated out from underneath her by Himeka, which allowed Maika to actually get the superplex on Ami. Maika then follows up with an everything is Maika, as
Mhm.
opposed to everything is evil, but with the cross arms. Um, then they just had this sequence where it was lariats for everybody, just clearing the entire ring, all the women down. It was utterly insane. The end of it, though, Maika does end up getting that pin on Ami. This match was utterly incredible. Just a powerhouse versus powerhouse kind of match. Andre, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I absolutely, I thought this was, again, like you said, big girl meat slapping, I guess is what we're gonna say. And I really thought they did a wonderful job. Just the power from Himeka is insanity. But I will say this: when that finish and Maika's Michinoku driver too, a lot of girls in this company do use that move. But in my opinion, Maika's one of the best ones doing it.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this was an
from here,
incredible match. Yeah.